Howdy, everybody. Wait a minute, one more's coming on. Howdy, everybody. This is Mr. Nobody here with Think. I'm live from Africa right now. I have a lot of I'm having a lot of difficulties setting up, bringing this forth. I just did with prayer, and things is not happening like it's supposed to. But bear with me. I'm at my Airbnb and I'm traveling with my traveling partner. So as I'm doing this live feed, he might walk in and out. When you're sharing, and that's how things are. But I want to say, everybody, thank you. I know that I am not being seen at the right and normal time. I'm doing this at Africa's time. So my time here in Africa is totally different than your time back in the US or where you normally see me around the world. It's a little bit different, and I want to apologize. Of course, I don't travel nowhere without it. Always carry your sword. So first, let me pray and let's get this started. Creator of all things known and unknown, I love you, I honor you, I praise you, I thank you. Please come down with your guidance. Please let this be you and not me. I love you. I love you. Thank you. All right, so I just lost. Somebody just came in and out. So if I'm coming in and out, I'm going through. This is Africa, the internet, where you might not even get my feed in the US because I noticed that everything's blocked. So when I went on YouTube to watch my normal YouTube, my feed was totally different. I had to go specifically and put in my name and my credentials to get my normal feed. And still it's bouncing back and forth because here in Africa, I am not seeing no news, or when I try to look up history, I'm not getting the feed here. So everything's blocked, everything is controlled, and it's different. While I am in Kenya, and when I dress, and I'm coming here to Africa, I dress with the idea that I am going to Africa as I see it on TV. But Kenya right now, the average temperature in Kenya is from 71 to 79. It don't get no hotter. It don't get no colder. We are up in altitude. This is what they're telling me. That's why the temperature is like that. What I do notice that the air is clean. No smog, no pollution. And I was out with my traveling partner. We was walking around trying to get the lay of the land. I was getting out of wind. I was exhausted, and I didn't know why. Till he told me that we are up in altitude, and that is why. Well, I came up with because the air is thinner. It was harder for me to do my normal things. So now when they talk about Mile High, Denver, the Broncos, when you go up there to play, there is a difference. In Colorado, Coach Prime, the players, when you watch them first trying out, you see that they have difficulties. Excuse me? So that is real because I'm just an average person just walking around, and I find it was difficulty for me to have the same stamina that I normally have. So let's get into think. And I'm just going to go on to the creator kicks in. What I notice here in Africa, that the people being conquered, what I know is American life. What I know is Western Hemisphere life that I have experienced. Coming over here to Africa with the mindset of my reality and how I view things through my reality, how I believe things to be in my realities is totally different. I can't understand how I could be in my house and somebody dictate to me how to live, how to be, how to think in my house. Us black Americans always talk about slavery and we feel a certain way. Africans view us, black Americans, a certain way. But it is being shaped by outside forces exactly how we view things to be. Life is so difficult. Life that we are experiencing and we believe that we are in control of it. We believe that we control our thinking, our ability to move. We think that we control, in some sense, our existence. And I'm finding that is not true. I'm finding that every bit of our essence is being controlled. And that is very hard to consume. And I'm sure all of you out there who believe that they are in control of their essence. They believe we all believe that we are in our reality and what we are seeing, what we are experiencing is true. It is true in the sense that we are going through it, but we have no comprehension of what we are going through, what we are experiencing, and what human existence is. What I'm talking about. I believe that we all have a degree of freedom. I believe that the things that the five senses that we have are real. But what I am noticing is our judgment of reality been programmed into us to believe that we are experiencing in reality. And what I am finding out to be true, we are experiencing pre-programming. This is, thank you, Creator, this is all coming down now. This reality that we are experiencing is pre-grown, I can't even get the words out. I know what I want to say. It's here, it's here, but it's not coming out. Pre-grown, pre, I can't even pronounce the word. But let me go on. It's not real. So let me just tell you, I perceive that we all have some freedom of choice. I perceive that we all have some control over our experience. So now I'm here in Africa, in Kenya, and I'm seeing that we all been enslaved. I'm seeing so far, take it for granted, I only been here 2 days. I'm only in Africa for 2 days. I'm only in Africa for 2 days. But the 2 days that I am in Africa, it is not what I perceived it to be. I perceive that I am home, and since I'm at home, I dictate in my house. I dictate exactly what goes on in my house. And I particularly don't care who come or who say they have authority or what. Inside my house, I will live and die as I want to live. I'm not going to let nobody come into my house and dictate their wishes, their feelings on me. That's the way I'm built, and that's how I feel. Now, when I'm here in Africa, I'm expecting that the people here will be more dominant. But what I am seeing, that the people here been conquered. I'm seeing every nationality of people here. I have seen white people. I have seen Asian people come walk around here and treat these people as servants in their own country, in their own land. I have seen black people submit their freedom, their will, everything to every other nationality of people. Within the 2 days I've been here, I have seen too much kindness, obedience to others beyond the normal courtesies given to other people. I'm seeing that they are taken advantage of because we, people of color, always been human, humanity based people. I'll just tell you two different things that happened so far to me that really stood out. I was in my hotel restaurant eating breakfast. I see some Indians there, some white people, some Asians, myself. We are eating at a kind of a buffet, but they had service there, they had a cook there, and they specialize of giving you what you want, how you want it. We always getting food, and I was preparing my table because I was by myself. I'm setting up my stuff how I want. And I'm getting my food, I'm putting here, I put in there, and the lady cooked me some food that was excellent. I had an omelet that was out of this world. Nice. But I seen this, I want to say she was Asian. She's picking up food at the buffet line. She dropped her food on the floor, a piece of fruit. She had her plate. She looked at it. Her body motions went and acted like she wanted to pick it up, but she just left it right there on the floor and walked away and sat down. Normal, what I consider normal, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am looking too much into stuff. But it was something like this size, it fall on the floor. Maybe I'm brought up differently. Maybe I shouldn't expect people to have the same common courtesy that I have. Because normally, when you drop something on the floor, you pick it up and you put it in the trash. You don't wait for somebody else to go pick it up. Maybe because I'm a person of color. That's what I was taught. But this Asian person who was Asian is a person of color too. Her body motion says she wanted to pick it up. But I read that because everybody, all the servants there, was my complexion or darker. And it came off to me that she was too proud or she thought she was above that. But that was not even the point. I'm saying there are others, people there of all different nationalities, eating there. Is it a common goal of every other nation to be disrespectful to black people? Is that what I'm seeing? Because that's what I am experiencing. But I like us. I love us black people. I truly do. Because the staff saw her drop it, and the staff left it right there, and they walked around it, and they kept on doing what they was doing. I ate my whole breakfast. It was there. They just walked around, and they just kept on. Sometimes you have to let people live in their filth. Sometimes you have to let people live in their filth. The second thing I want to bring up, and this, you know me, I'm me. So I came in the day before my traveling partner. I'm old now. He gave me the date. Somehow I messed it up. I flew in a day early. So this happened on the first day before my traveling partner arrived. So now my traveling partner's here, and he's down at the restaurant, so he might walk in while I'm doing this. I'm sharing the space, so I have to be considerate of him. It is what it is. So we went up to we got an Airbnb. Place is nice, it's nice, it's nice. All these cameras are fixed, so I would show you around, but if you are seeing this, you could go on my Facebook page because I'm putting videos up of every day. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm here for 30 days, or actually, it'll be like 20 something days. I spend 6, 7 days in the US. So take that away from the 30 days that I'm traveling from DR, and that's what I'm in Africa. So we went to the supermarket, and I'm up in the supermarket, and I'm getting my groceries. And as you pick certain items up, they have a station where they weigh it, price it, and bag it and price it, and you put in your shopping cart and you keep on moving. So I got, I think it was onion, because I'm going to cook an omelet for me this morning. So I got an onion. I'm in line for the lady to weigh it, put it in the bag, and price it for me before I go to the front. So there was I want to say, an Indian lady in front of me. I'm here, and she getting her stuff weighed. I'm right behind her. Out of nowhere, come a white woman with a shopping cart, a whole bunch of stuff to be weighed, and boom, she just came up right to the station, put her cart right there in between me and the lady, because the Indian lady, just got her stuff weighed, and she stepped off. White woman just boom right up in front of me, throw her stuff there, and she started to reach her hand into her cot to give the lady her stuff. And I just looked at her in her face. I said, I wish you would. I truly wish that you would. And I looked it right in her face. The lady, the server, the black lady that was working the counter, stopped, her eyes got big. I looked at this woman. I truly wish that you would. And she looked, and finally she figured out that I am not a resident or a native of Kenya. Even though I have people come up to me speaking in their native language, talk about I look like them, thank God. But I just looked at that woman. I said, I wish you would. Please, make my day. She put her stuff back. But it was her rudeness, it was her disrespect, her disregard of me as a person that really blew me out the water. How can I be in my home and be treated and disrespected like that? I'm trying to figure out what in the world makes this woman believe that she can do things like that. Is because reality has been shaped even to people in their own house that they are servants, not equal, not above, but servants. That their position in this society in Kenya is servitude to everybody else. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I truly don't understand it. Well, everybody, like I said, I am in Africa right now, and this is only my second day. So let me just go on. So my traveling partner, we travel the world together. This is my fifth time around the world. So with me and my traveling partner, this is our fourth time because one time I went to Rome and Greece. I went by myself, and I did that trip by myself. Him, he been around the world a couple other times without me, which really pissed me off because he went to Ethiopia, South Africa a couple of months ago, and I'm asking him how in the world he's going, and he didn't even text me up and let me know what's going on. But I had to hear the war stories when he came back. And the war stories which he told me is true. Richard Pryor did a joke about when he went to Africa when he came back. The joke about when he was in the car and he picked up a hitchhiker and he talked about the body smell. And these people here do not use deodorant. So as you maneuver around, some people is at this level and some people are at this level. So you just have to maneuver and realize that you are not in your reality, that you are in somebody else's reality, and it's the norm. And I'm saying, woo, woo, woo. But it's normal for them. What can I say? I'm in their world, and I'm not going to be disrespectful in somebody else's sandbox. When I'm in somebody else's sandbox, I have to, and that's what I'm doing. So everybody, I'll be back next week. Hopefully, I have everything in place. Like I said, you can go to my Facebook page, and I am posting every day short videos of what's going on. I'm taking pictures. My partner want to go to Mount Kilimanjaro. If I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, like I said, I speak Ebonically. Most of the time it's on purpose. Sometimes my pronunciation of words are leaving me. As you get older, things change. Things change, and I'm losing my ability to form all my words correctly. I don't feel bad because I watch the news. I see people on TV doing the same thing. It's the food, and it's all the different things in the food is affecting us here. It's not only me that that being forgetful. It's not only me fighting time. So I'm asking you all to bear with me. Don't judge because we all going through the same thing. Well, everybody, like I said, my partner wanted me to go with him, or my partner always planned everything. He's about more than 20 years younger than me. He's a young man, strong man. He's in law enforcement, and that's why I like traveling with him because he is very precise in everything. When we go to places, he look up the country. He look at all the different activities. He planned it. He learned the language. We always get an A, B, and B. We live amongst the people. We go out and experience the culture. So he planned to go to Mount Kilimanjaro, and he planned to walk it. They say the walk from the starting point to where the tourists always walk to is a 5 hour walk. And I don't know that you all heard the stories about when we was in Hong Kong, that this guy walked me to death and I cussed him out because he walked me. We walked all over Hong Kong. Every part of Hong Kong, we walked by foot. And I swear to God, and I told him, I'll never, ever go walking anywhere with him ever again. If we ain't taking a taxi, Uber, not gonna happen. He's talking about he planned to walk it 5 hours up and 5 hours down. He thought that I'd be glad to say that I walked up the mountain all the way up to the top. And I told him he lost his mind because I had a hard time walking with him a mile walk. We had a walk. We was going out to eat, and the restaurant was only a mile away from us. They said it was, we Google map it. They said 9 minute walk. Needless to say, we couldn't even find the restaurant. He got his Google map and he's walking, and it's saying, we're here. We're here. And we couldn't find the restaurant. I stopped and asked somebody where was the restaurant. They talked about it's across the street, it's over here, it's over there. So we just said, forget it. We ended up at a KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken place. And actually, this Kentucky Fried Chicken place, the chicken, the meat, everything tasted just like the Kentucky Fried Chicken we used to have back in America before they changed the recipe. And now in America, all the meat of fast food restaurants is so greasy, they have so much oil. This actually was like the original, maybe about 30 years ago. That's the way it was. So thank God for that. Because my sisters, they come to Africa all the time. And I spoke to them because as you get older, and I'm jumping around everybody, but I'm going to say this. As you get older, the most important thing that you have to worry about is your gut. Here is where you have your problems. And for myself, when I turned 50, I changed my eating habits. I watched my father and my mother, what they was doing. They was up in their 80s, going into their 90s, or they was in their 90s. And I'm saying, I'm have to watch what they doing. And what they doing at that age, I want to start it at 50 for it be an easy transition for me to get to that age. So at 50, I cut it out all salt, all sugar, all beef, and all pork out my diet. So I'm very particular of what I do eat. Now that I live in Dominican Republic, it's different than the U.S. In the Dominican Republic, they don't have all the preservatives in their food like they have in the U.S. So when you buy food, because I do buy chicken down there, you have to get it and you have to cook it. It's not like, oh, I'm taking this meat and I'm gonna let it, I'm gonna let it sit in the refrigerator, or I'm gonna freeze it and come back, because it doesn't have the ingredients. It's not prepared from birth to the plate like it is in the U.S. It don't have all the GMOs. It doesn't have all the chemicals that they put in our food. So when I'm down in DR, and if I do eat something that I that don't agree with my body kick it right back out. So if I eat it and it's no good, I get sick and I start throwing. I have diarrhea. In DI, you cannot. For all the people in the U.S. that like to travel to the Dominican Republic, do not drink their water. It's like Mexico. If you just a little tapping of that water on your tongue, you are through. You are through. So far, here I've been a little lenient. I went and spoke to my sisters, like I was saying, and they gave me a list of things not to eat, not to deal with, where to avoid, and they gave me the A to Z list of things. But I don't really think they've been in Kenya. They've been to Uganda. They've been to like 7 different countries. And Kenya, so far, seemed to be very agreeable with me. I'm not going to eat none of their meat. I'll eat some chicken. But the rest of this stuff, not going to happen. And I'm trying to avoid their water at all costs. I put this on my YouTube. No, I put this on my Facebook page yesterday, day 2 in Kenya. Is we was at the supermarket and I'm buying bottled water because I do everything with bottled water. You know, I brush my teeth with the bottled water, and I'm very conscious of what I intake in my body. So I'm in the supermarket and they have the big 5-gallon bottled water that they sell in there, besides all the different brands of the portable carrying bottles of water. And the door of that section was open, and I looked in because that's me. I'm always nosy and curious. They filling up the 5-gallon bottles with tap water. I look in there and I look at the brother. I said, "You filling those bottles of water? You filling the big bottles with tap water?" He said, "Certainly, yes." I just shook my head. I said to myself, "I know." And I just looked at it. I just looked in my Airbnb, and that's what they have up there: a big bottle of water in a cooler dispenser like we had back at home. And I think I have been drinking some of that water besides the bottled water that I bought, because in the Airbnb they have big glass bottles of water cold, and I'm pretty sure that the house lady who cleans the apartment and prepares the apartment for us fill up all those bottles from that jug. And I drank some of that. But I haven't got sick. My body hasn't rejected it. So for you all going to Kenya, take that with a grain of salt. So those are my experience so far here in Africa. So as I go, like I said, my partner just flew in yesterday, and he was jet lagged. He upgraded his ticket because I got on a plane, and like it wasn't like when we went to the Far East. The Far East, we was in economy, but we was in premium. And the chairs on that particular flight, the jet was bigger, was like a lounge chair. So the chair would go back and the footrest would go out, and you had space and you was able to maneuver your seat and really be comfortable before you get up, upgrade to business and first class. And going to Asia, I did both with how I could afford to do both. I did both. But when I bought my ticket to come to Africa, and now that I'm not working no more, it is what it is. I got economy, and these seats was like, I want to say maybe a step above Spirit and Frontier. The seats moved that much, but we was packed. It was tight. So I told my friend before, because I was already here. First thing I got on the phone, I said, "Yo, man, if you could get in business class, do not fly economy. It's no, cause he's tall like I am. He bigger than, like I said, he's younger, bigger. He's in law enforcement, so you know how they are." I told him, So he upgraded to business, and when he told me what he paid, all I could do is shake my head, shake my head. I just said, "Damn." But I'm trying. I want to upgrade for my ride home. I'm back. I am fighting to get in a good seat. They only have 7 seats in the economy that is worth it. And the seats is right behind the restroom. So they have, because it's a big plane, they have the restrooms in the middle. Right behind the restrooms, they have the emergency exit doors right there. So there's a big space. So if you sit in that first row before all the seats start again, you could really spread out. So those are the seats I'm trying to get to come back home. I've been doing everything I can online to buy the tickets. I can't get it there. So I went to the airport to pick up my friend. I went into Kenya Air to see if I could buy my seat and have my seat moved. They said they can't do it for me. I went online to to all the different places, can't get through. So I just have to leave it in the creator's hands that I get to the airport before everybody else get in there, because I don't have no seat assignment. And hopefully my friend went and looked online, and they have a whole bunch of empty seats on the ride back to the U.S. that I get a decent seat, or at least an aisle seat where I could sit and put my feet out like this, out in the aisleway, because I don't care. The way my body shape is, I'm all legs and I'm all arms. My torso is small. So it is what it is. Well, everybody, I've gone long. I jibber jabber today. And my think process is reality. Because I always say everybody live in their own personal reality. And I thought that we have control of our reality. But I'm seeing that our reality is being shaped by outside forces, and what we perceive to be real is being managed. And maybe that's a topic for another day. I have to really look into it, but I'm living the experience, and I'm seeing the experience, and I'm seeing how my reality is shaped about certain things. And when I'm going there, I'm seeing that that's not true. What I perceive to me in my reality and how I perceive reality should be for others is not. In Africa, Africa. I said, thank you, Creator. Now I'm ready to close off. The Creator just flooded me with a whole bunch of things. Now I see that people don't have choices. They don't have the full playbook of choices. Their freedoms is already set. I notice here that the feed of information is totally different. My phones, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Facebook, all my feeds is geared from Western. But now I'm over here and I go on those same platforms. I am not getting nothing from the US. All the big parade, Trump had his parade and all that stuff, all the stuff going on in California, all the other stuff. I received it from a friend of mine who forwarded all the information to me. The normal stuff that I watch on these platforms that's already geared into my algorithm is not coming to me here in Africa. I have to go in and specifically program who I am for I can get some of what the normally I see. Please understand those words. Even what we perceive to be open access to information in media is being controlled. Which make you, if you are a thinking person, to really think who, what is going on. I said earlier in one of my think, the biggest lie that is told to humanity is time. This timeline in which we perceive that we are living and we are experiencing is a lie. And I'm going into the Christian and faith-based people. The Antichrist is already here. People thinking that they are going to see God coming in rapture. The rapture is a man-made story for the people. Oh, what you talking about? You have to study and resource the information that is coming to you. When I was studying about the Bible, not this version of the Bible, but the King James version of the Bible, it was uncovered the rapture wasn't in the first edition. Jesus wasn't in the first edition of the Bible. Jesus came in the second or the third edition. It came in the second edition of the Bible. That's why I say. That's why I say. That's why I say the things that I say. Some things are made up and they put it in the Bible to deceive you. The rapture didn't come into the Bible to the third or fourth edition. The whole concept of God coming back in the sky and the people going up to meet him was not in the original Bible. There are things that are made up for men, made up by men to control man. You have to take time to know history in your history for you can understand your presence and understand what avenue to take for your future. We can't go happy-go-lucky and get information and just take it and run with it. We cannot. We can, but to really understand is to really to start experience life in true existence. You have to take time to understand. Well, people, I'm going to cut this off because my traveling partner is going to be coming up from the restaurant. And it's not fair for me to take all of this, and I have to say thank you because I know it doesn't take this long to eat breakfast. And I told him I'm going to do this for about an hour, so I'm sure that he is being considerate. So I'm going to have to say thank you to him. And right now, my screens are coming up and telling me that my time is up because they only let, in one of my platforms, only let me go an hour, and I'm getting the warning signal that I'm there. Everybody, I'll be back next week. Not at the regular time. It's just going to pop up on your feed. Come find me. Like I said, I do everyday segments on Facebook. I'll put it up day 1, day 2. This is day 3. So you all come back later. Pick me up. Thank you all. Pray for me. Please pray for me because I'm going through something and I need God armor. I need God's love. I need your prayer. Just pray this simple prayer for me. Creator, can you please put your loving arms around Victor Weeks, Mr. Nobody? Protect him from all hurt, harm, and danger, seen and unseen, known and unknown. That's it. If you could only put that prayer out for me, I'd be grateful. Everybody else, I'll see you. Thank you.